Okay, going to do a video here on how to diagnose network issues, or at least basic networking issues with Windows XP. This is for scenarios where you just can't connect to the internet, or you're unable to connect to your local network. This will give you some things to actually test out, check out. The audio on this will be a little bit weird because I am actually using a laptop to do this, so I can show you some wireless things as well. First thing you want to do is go ahead and go to your control panel. If you're using a laptop, you will have at least two different network cards, a wireless card and a wired card. I'm trying to find my network connections. There it is. Go under network connections, and you should see the two different connections there. If you are physically plugging a cable into your computer to connect to the internet, this is one of the first places you want to check. If you see local area connection and you see that the network cable is unplugged, make sure your cable is firmly seated into the computer, and check the other end, make sure it's firmly connected to your router. Try playing with the cable a little bit, picking it up, twisting it a little bit, see if that status here actually changes, because as you do it, you will see that status actually change. If you are connected to a wireless network and you see that it's not connected, go ahead and make sure that your wireless settings are correct. You can click on this, any of the local area connections or wireless connections. In this case, we're going to do wireless. We're going to do view wireless, and you should see that connected there. If you see that's connected in here, but the actual wireless icon in network connections is not connected, that means you have a bad password. You put in a password, it's accepting it, but it's not the correct one. Verify that you are indeed putting in your correct password for that. Also, another thing is keep an eye on your signal strength here. You have this refresh button. Refresh that a couple times. See if that signal strength varies. If it's showing a full signal 1 minute, and then you refresh it, a couple seconds later, and it's dropped down, you could have either a bad router, wireless access point, your wireless card in your computer, or there could be something that's actually getting in the way of your signal. Try getting actually close to the access point, pretty much in the same room, about probably 10 feet away, something like that. You should be expecting to see a full signal there. So that's actually connected there, and it's showing connected in network connections, and you got the connected icon down here. Chances are you're probably fine on the actual password for a wireless everything, but you still find you cannot connect to your internet or local systems. Go ahead and go to your properties. Right click on your icon there, go to properties, and this is going to bring up a variety of settings. The one we want to look at is TCP/IP. You want to click on that, hit properties. For most people, your configuration is going to be a DHCP server. Your router is going to act as that, or another computer on your network is going to be acting as that. You want to make sure that obtain IP address automatically and DNS is automatic as well. If you do have a static IP address, chances are you're not going to be watching this video, because then you would actually have already configured that in here as to what your IP address would be. But for most people, you're going to be on dynamic, so go ahead and put it on dynamic. Otherwise, check your IP address settings on what those should be. And let's see. If you're having trouble finding files, printers, whatnot on your network, make sure file and printer sharing is checked. If it's not checked, it will not be used on that network card. other things also as well. If you use wireless, go into wireless networks, you will see a list of all wireless networks that you've connected to in the past and present. Make sure that any of the ones that show up in here are not ones that are available to you at the moment. Because what will happen is, like, let's say this Linksys here. If there's another wireless around me called Linksys, it would switch between my current connection and that Linksys. It's going to basically do that depending on whichever it sees has the better signal. This will cause your internet connection or network connection to drop, and sometimes once you're onto another network, you're not going to be able to access things that are on your network. That's to be expected. I recommend going through clearing out this entire list of stuff from time to time, just keeping the ones that you actually use. And the next most common thing is I've found that some people will have their network card disabled. If a network card is disabled, you'll see the icon itself will be kind of grayed out, and that's incorrect. I was looking at this icon at the bottom right, so I'll go ahead and disable my local connection so you can see that. See how it's grayed out? If you right click on it, you'll have the enable option. Go ahead and make sure they're both enabled. That was interesting. I don't know why it gave me that message because I'm not even trying to connect that. But make sure they're enabled. Wireless cards, you may see the option to enable it. You go through, you enable it, you still don't get a signal. Check your physical laptop for a connection, just a connection, a switch. Usually it's on the right side, sometimes it's along the front for the actual wireless card itself. You can flip the switch on that to turn the card on and off. I have one on this laptop here, and it's actually a keyboard shortcut. If you turn off the physical card itself with the laptop, it doesn't matter what you do in Windows settings, you'll never be able to connect to it until you actually turn it back on. You can usually tell that by going into your start menu. By going under My Computer, Manage, and then you'll want to go to Device Manager. And you should not see red X's across either in Windows and sometimes even under. And my last piece of advice would be make sure your firewall settings are correctly set. It's hard for me to do a video on that because every single firewall software is different. But make sure that your Internet Explorer, your Firefox are allowed to go through Connect. Very common for those that get blocked and then you can't connect to the internet, but indeed you can. You can test this out by going to your Start menu, going to Run, typing in CMD command, and what you want to do here is type in ping Google, spell Google right, otherwise it's not going to work, .com, and I'll do a quick ping test, and you'll see that you are indeed connected to the internet. And if you get that, but your Internet Explorer or your Firefox can't connect, you double check your firewall settings. It is possible that your firewall may have gotten corrupt, and it's just a matter of uninstalling it, reinstalling it. If that doesn't work, you may actually have a piece of spyware in your system that's preventing that from working as well. So I hope this video has been of some use to you. Feel free to leave some comments on other videos you'd like to see in the future, and until next time, I'll see you later.